My God. I didn't get a chance to go for my walk. I'm going to hurt you, Brandy. Brandy, I'm going to hurt you. I didn't even get a chance to go for my walk, to burn off of this croissant and salad. Over here messing with Brandy and the people on her platform, family. I had a nice time. But now, I hope my Restream Broadcast Network don't start acting a little ridiculous on me today too. LJ. So, I just want to say this, right? Steve Copeland from the Couch Conversation. Steve Copeland from the Couch Conversation. Steve Copeland from the Couch Conversation Show. Boom, boom, boom. Steve Copeland from the Couch Conversation. Steve Copeland from the Couch Conversation. Steve Copeland from the Couch Conversation Show. Now, I was on the platform. Thank you, Brandy. I was on the platform. And this is what I said, family. And I'm talking fast just in case my restream go dark. I was on the platform. And you know, a lot of the platforms on TikTok is talking about men and women just like bashing each other, right? So I said I was going to start doing something different. You know, as far as Monday through Friday, this is my 12-step spiritual program. But I want to throw something in where we can talk about healthy relationships, right? Now, one thing you don't want to do with me, I done lived on both sides. Come on up, Lauren. I done live on both sides of the roads. I can tell you the stuff that I done to screw up my marriages and stuff like that and walked away. And I can tell you how, even though I'm not with them no more, we're better friends than what we were when we was together. You get me? So I don't hate nobody. Y'all don't like hearing talks like that. Anytime somebody put up a prompt, right? And it can cause you to argue back and forth with each other and downgrade each other, that's what you're going to do. Now, understand this. Dealing with Steve Copeland, let me share this. I know what trauma is. And I know what we tend to do as people. We will take that pain out on other people. And be honest with y'all, a lot of times when I'm on platforms, as a person that deals with individuals to get them the proper help from dealing with childhood trauma, do y'all realize I hear it? You can try to fake the phone call you want, but I hear it. Now, what do I look like? Right? Let's talk today, everyone. What do I look like? I've been married twice. Cheated in both of my marriages. Most of the women that I cheated with, they was younger during that time. I was younger too. But it was well over 12 years ago. Let me make that clear. Well over 12 years ago. All right, no problem. I'll be on Fridays too. Come on, I'll see you, Lorna. No problem. No problem. So the reason why I'm saying this, family, because I told them on this other platform, I said, y'all don't like keeping it real. Y'all do not like keeping it real. I don't know what's wrong with us. As black people, I gotta go here. We will blame everybody else for whatever life problem is except for looking at ourselves. Do y'all realize I get sick and tired of watching us as grown-ups do that? And then if somebody got a prompt up, right, rather than you answering the prompt from your personal experiences, you'll throw other people's experiences in. Or you'll try to use something from like childhood or back in history and all of that to answer the prompt for the day. Well, in my opinion, or this is what I think, and I be sitting up here looking at people, I'm like, How do you expect for somebody to learn anything if you're talking about what Adam and Eve went through like you was there? Or you want to sit back and talk about the Jim Crow era like you was there? Now, if you study what happened during that time and you see that certain things are still being practiced in the here and now, the goal is to break that cycle. Do y'all realize that? I done sat up here and told these people, I'm a community activist. I'm a community organizer. I'm a community outreach coordinator. The name of my business is Strengthen the Community. So anything I say is basically building back up in mainly the Black community. But then I realized, guess what? Everybody in the Black community ain't Black. So y'all got a problem with that. But everybody in the Black community that I help in my housing program or send them to get help, they ain't all Black. I don't know what planet a lot of y'all living on. But I just wanted to share this because that kind of got me pumped, right? But today, if y'all want to talk, let's talk. It's about keeping it real. I don't need you to come up here and talk about your grandmother, your grandfather, your auntie, and all of that. I mean, if you experience some of the stuff that people put on a topic, you've been there. Share what you did to come up out of it and stay up out of it. Why y'all so afraid to talk about yourself? But you're so open to talking about everybody else. Talk about yourself. And then you'll turn around, you'll go do research. This is what they're doing over in Africa. This is what they're doing in Chicago. Rather than talking about what you're doing in your city to help eliminate some of these problems. And to me, I think a lot of y'all just like to hear yourself. But don't look at yourself. Come on. And y'all got to understand, you're talking to a brother with 33 years clean who was able to go back inside of himself and look at himself, learn to love himself, learn to appreciate himself. And the only thing I'm doing is teaching other people how to learn to love and appreciate themselves. If I can do it, you can do it. Keeping the hope for love alive and strong. Keeping the hope for love alive and strong. I'm not asking that woman, would all men, name all the men that did something to hurt you. I'm not asking all the men, name all the women that done something to hurt you. Like you've been with everybody in this world for them to do something to hurt you. Do you realize how that sounds? When you say all men, when you say all women, it speaks about you and your character. You mean to tell me you've been involved with all of these people? That you got to put all men in the category? So what did that say about you? You didn't ask yourself, did you? Men, women, all men. Now, let me share this because this flew over some people's head. And I want us to kind of like go to the topic here, right? I said I grew up without a father. I'm 64 years old. All right? Talking about learning to love and spread it back out. I had to do something totally opposite to what my father did for me. He wasn't a part of my life. I had to make sure I was a part of my children's lives. No matter me and their mother being together or not. What part of that do y'all miss? When I say that, my father wasn't a part of my life. So I had to make sure I remained a part of my children's lives when their mother and I separated. What part y'all miss? Now they was younger, but they're grown. But I didn't want them to feel that void of their father not being in their lives. So I had to still love them, hold them, embrace them when we came around each other. Talk with them. And if you look at some of the stuff I put on the platform, it starts with communication. Any relationship. See, a lot of y'all don't know what it is to have a healthy relationship. And sometimes healthy relationships can turn toxic. Mainly if the other individual, one of the individuals, stop doing the necessary work to keep them in a healthy space or place. You get me? I can only tell y'all this because I know what it took for me to balance back out my life. Right? And I sit here and I share this with them. I'm a loving, I'm a caring, I'm a kind, I'm a considerate, thoughtful person. I'm warm, I'm sensitive, I'm compassionate. I'm a man. But guess what I'm talking about? My character. Do y'all realize that flies over people's head? And then when I say, what can you give me? Only thing I'm asking you is give me back what I give to you. If I'm a loving, caring, kind, considerate man, I know how to love me. And it's not based around the house, the car, the jewelry, the clothes. Every time you hear somebody talk towards a relationship, and I'm looking at even with your reciprocate, and even when it comes to your children, I'm telling y'all personally, when I hear people on here talk, right, they might talk about the boyfriend-girlfriend relationship. I'm going to talk about the marriage, not just the marriage. If I tell you I have 4 daughters, then that means I had to develop a relationship with them too. If I tell you I have a son, 3 grandkids. If I tell you I raised my nieces and nephews. If I tell you I done foster care. And my goal was to fill that gap in people's lives that didn't have nobody there to love them and appreciate them and teach them how to love themselves. That's why I told them, and these are grown people, I said, y'all don't listen to nothing. And a lot of them listen to respond. I've been there, did that, done that. A lot of them be listening to you, can't wait for you to, so they already got the answer in their head. Focus on your life. Because when I'm coming from Steve experience. Not based around Adam and Eve, not based around 1619, not based around 1965. Y'all, the biggest problem y'all have, right? I'm 64 years old. I can only go back. I can't even remember when I was 1, 2, 3, stuff like that, right? Maybe 5. So I can only speak from a person that been on this earth for 64 years. A lot of y'all want to go grab hold of information, right? So you can have a conversation with somebody and speak on it like you've been there. Like you actually seen it for yourself. Do you know how ridiculous to somebody like me that looks?
Or actually how that sounds?
That sounds too, OG. Because you're sitting up here having a conversation, right? And you want to put everybody else's stuff in there but your own. What's up, baby? OG in the house. OG in the house. I was getting ready to walk, right? I said, no, let me go upstairs. Because it would have took me about an hour, so I wouldn't have started till 7. And I said, no, because I've been posting stuff that I'll be on at 6. So let me get my butt right back upstairs. I enjoyed the conversation, and I told them thanks and everything, right? For even though y'all know, don't come at me any kind of way. Cause look, Miss Mac and what's her name? On the other platform. Miss Mac and them put my butt on point. One thing, don't try to critique me. The reason why I'm saying certain things, right? I can only give back to people what I have experienced and grew from. What is wrong with y'all? Why y'all look? It's just like they don't get it.
They always say you gotta give away what you learn.
Right.
You gotta help somebody else.
And see, like OG saying, right? When I first got clean, I didn't understand the point. Now being in this new way of life, I had to make mistakes now and just learn from them. Now, I didn't want to practice a lot of the old stuff, but I still done some stuff. But I learned from them. So if you don't have no experience to share with nobody, and I'm not trying to be smart to belittle anybody, what good are you? You just talking. And what I had to learn to do over the years, OG, I wouldn't let people up on my platform at one time if you couldn't share your experience, strengths, and hopes from a personal level of experience.
I know.
Now, people say stuff like this, well, this is my opinion. This is how I feel. This is what I think. Keep it to your damn self. Right.
Everybody's entitled to their own opinions. But when you come on someone's panel and they got it wide open for you to give back and you choose not to, what the hell is you doing on here anyway?
And see?
You see what I'm saying? Because I'm 38 years clean.
Right. Now y'all hear what? Come on, OG.
Out of my 38 years of being clean and sober, I've seen just about anything and everything anyone could ever imagine. Because I've been through DA or DV. That was my first marriage. So I've been through that. I've been through that hurt. I don't want to do it. My second wife was perfect. No arguments, nothing. We just, it's like a well-oiled machine. You see what I'm saying? So if you have that special someone, please keep them, because you never know when you might lose it. And and it's still hard, but I'm still dealing with it. But it's all right, because it was my loss. So I'm all right. But 36 years, yeah, that's a mighty long time of being clean and sober, brother.
Oh yeah, and then you hear what OG said. OG said his second wife, I'ma say, was his best wife. My first wife was my best wife, but my second wife actually taught me the work that it takes to work a marriage. See, a lot of people think it's all peaches and creams, but we do have our ups and downs. It's how you work through them. It's how you work through them.
Together.
Yeah.
But you got to work through it together. You can't do it separately.
Right.
If you're a team, work as a team, not as an individual. And how stupid is that?
And see, this what got me right, and this what got me. OG, and I try to share that with people. When my pastor this time, the second time, sat down and he said, "You are an individual. It's like go and enjoy your life. She is an individual. She can go enjoy her life. Don't try to steal her independence, like shape her and mold her." But he said what happens is the two individuals. Like when we say it takes the three that make the marriage, he said it's the two individuals to come together as one. God should already be there. And when he said that, it hit me. I was like, oh my God. Because it took me back to when I was dating this younger lady during my first marriage. And a guy told me, he said, whatever you do not try to steal her independence. And I said, what you mean? He said, don't try to make her out to be somebody that she's not. Love her. Hey, what's up, Sam? Love her and respect her for who she is. And I was like, wow, that taught me. But guess what? We still have a tendency of wanting to fix and mold and shape other people when our lives are screwed up. And I had to realize that. How can you help somebody if you don't know how to love yourself? You can only try to give somebody what you think they, No, you gotta look at yourself.
You know what? That was the first thing I was taught. Before marriage, before anything, that was the first thing I was taught. Always love yourself. No matter what happens, you always come first, regardless, next to God. But be yourself, do you.
Yep.
And I've learned at a very young age to love yourself and to make sure that you yourself is well taken care of.
Let me read to you what Sam just wrote. And Sam, you right. And I'm only saying this to you, Sam, because I know you're a religious man. So look, Sam said if God is not the head of the marriage, then there's really no marriage. That's why I know Sam is a I'm gonna call you a saint, Sam. I know Sam is a real religious man. I'm gonna just say that. And he's right.
Well, no, he is right.
Right, he's right. Because Sam, I know, like you just said, God got to be the head. You get me? And then I had to learn, like Sam saying, I had to learn to get to know God for myself. And mate needed to get to know God for herself. So we both we can come together as one. Don't go dark on me. Don't go dark. It's freezing up. Oh man, it then went dark. Sam, I'm gonna have to drop this restream. It then went dark, but I'm gonna come back on my regular live.